Good evening. Thank you very much for waiting. I apologize for the delay this evening. I was getting the latest information about the tragic events today in Kansas City, and I also first want to say this. I was scheduled to give some remarks tonight, and I appreciate the opportunity to do that. However, I hope you forgive if I do not deliver those remarks tonight, and let's focus on this tragic situation that happened this afternoon in Kansas City. You know, I've come to this podium almost now for 4 years. And too many times I've come to this podium to say my thoughts and prayers are with the families. And I'm doing it again here today. At last report that we have, 22 citizens were injured in Kansas City. Among those are 8 children. And I guess the question that we need to ask ourselves is, why is this happening? And every time we have one of these happen, mark my word, there'll be a talk about having tougher gun control laws. There'll be talk. There'll be no action, but there'll be talk. It is time for us to quit the talk and let's get the action going. Under my administration, I will tell you there'll be action. Under my administration, you will have the cooperation of the FBI. You'll have the cooperation of Homeland Security. We will put this to an end. Today was senseless. Kansas City, the citizens of Kansas City, the Kansas City schools were closed today. It's a day of celebration, marred by this senseless shooting in a beautiful city. Having just visited there last fall, it's a beautiful town in the Union Station area. I just was thinking about the bird, beautiful part of Kansas City. So just to hear that, this tragic, and it leads you to think, what's wrong with our society? What's wrong with our society? And I know we're going to hear it in the coming days. We're going to hear it in the coming weeks about what we need to do. We need to mandate right now. We need to start this. We need to mandate gun control laws that do not infringe on our constitutional rights. Period. In the end of the discussion. That needs to happen. We need to start the discussions and the talk now. We need to have increased spending for health. People may doubt it. People may say I'm wrong. I believe that's part of what our problem is in our country is the mental health services available to our citizens. That must happen. My friends, I'm outraged about today's events in Kansas City. Think about it. Just a couple days ago, this city was celebrating a back-to-back championship football. Hasn't happened many times in league history. A town was getting together for a celebration, celebrating a championship, and the senseless violence happened. We need to get this under control. This needs to stop. And under my administration, the state of the city of Kansas City will have the full cooperation of the resources I have available to me, which would be the HHS, Homeland Security, FBI, and any other government agency that is necessary to aid in recovery of Kansas City. And I'm sure soon we'll be making a trip down there as well. So let me close with this. Let's stop the talking, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of that coming up. Let's stop the talking and let's get back to work, and let's pass some gun legislation that actually will not infringe upon constitutional rights of this country and will put an end to this senseless violence. Let's also pass mental health funding that gets help to those who need help, and let's do it now. Thank you very much.